Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Liberty Park Music for another piano etudes lesson. We are on the final lesson of the second module of the Piano Etudes course, and for this lesson we're going to be looking at a simple but deceptively tricky little piece by the eminent Hungarian composer Bela Bartok. Now, in this piece, we're really going to be focusing on restraining our naturally speedy piano playing tendencies in favor of a much more concentrated approach to playing articulations. In other words, you might be tempted to play this piece on the faster side, and once you see what it all consists of, the temptation might be double, but we're really going to try and restrain ourselves and focus on bringing out some very specific articulation instructions, which is a great skill to have in your pocket for moving forward into more advanced repertoire. Let's give this piece a listen. Definitely sounds fun, and it is, but Bartok wrote all of these staccatos and tenutos and such in here for a reason, and it's extremely easy to lose the precision necessary to realize them when trying to take this at a blazing pace. In fact, just to reinforce this, let's focus for a quick moment on that tempo. Andante, it says, which is our so-called walking speed. But next to it, you see that quarter note equals 80 marking, which is a part of the original publication, and that tempo is probably slower than you think. So just for fun, let me give you a few measures of what that sounds like on the metronome. Probably slower than you thought, especially because I actually do take it slightly faster than that in my own rendition. Now, taking it slightly faster is okay, but that speed marking is there for a reason, and that reason is so that you can properly focus on the articulations. Okay, so let's get a couple of other things out of the way before we dive in. This piece has a time signature of 3/4 and an opening dynamic of piano grazioso, which means soft and either gracefully or daintily. There are a couple of different interpretations of that grazioso, but in general it means pleasantly, not harsh. Also notice that we start with a pickup measure of 3/8 notes, which is rather strangely echoed at the end of the piece with a similarly shortened final measure. Notice that it too is only 3/8 notes long. Otherwise, from a bird's eye view, of course, the thing that stands out here are all of these sixth intervals. Sixth referring to the distance between the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 between the bottom and the top. Now, this is generally a very what we call consonant interval, meaning that it has a smoother, less dissonant sound and tends to ring pleasant in our ears. The rest of what we're looking at is probably best addressed in detail, so let's get into it. As you can see by the finger numbers in that right hand, we're supposed to play all of these sixths with the end fingers of our hands, the first and fifth fingers. And we're supposed to bounce our hands along between them like this. This is actually quite fun, if you want to call any particular way of playing the piano fun. It just feels good and different to play this way, almost like when you were just starting and maybe you just played notes to play them, not really caring which ones they were, just appreciating the feeling of playing. It's got that kind of physical satisfaction to it. And honestly, that's probably what makes it so tempting to play these fast. Now, as this is an actual piece and not just a fun, flippant piano improv, we of course need to spare a word for how exactly you should be thinking of playing these. Physically, that is. And what you're going to do is to loosely lock your hand in position to play these sixths and to try and maintain that position as you're bouncing along, using more forearm motion than anything else with a bit of wrist, aiming for a clean execution with nice, crisp staccatos. Now, a good way to practice this is to just go up and down the white notes of the scale a few times like this. Once you really get used to it, you'll feel secure that you're not at risk of missing any notes or stumbling into any other notes. Thanks for watching this lesson from Liberty Park Music. If you enjoyed this lesson and learned something from it, do us a favor, hit that like button. And if you really liked it, share it around. Let your friends and family check it out too. If you want to find more lessons like this or explore other piano-related topics, please come visit us at libertyparkmusic.com. We have full piano courses ranging from beginner to more advanced levels, and everything is online and streaming 24/7 so that you can design your music learning around your schedule and learn in the comfort of your own home from a talented roster of professional teachers and musicians. Come check us out.